Okay. Let's liven it up in here one time. It feels so good to be alive. When they gave me this theme about resilience, I really was just so honored and felt so privileged, first and foremost, to even be a part of Just Leadership. Uh, but when I got it, and then I'm listening to everybody speak, I'm like, I have to say something from the heart. I know they asked me to speak from what I submitted, but I wanted to look at this not only from resilience. Sometimes people hear resilience and it means that you're taking a lot of things, and a lot of things have happened to you and you survived them. And I love going behind Brittany because it takes a fight. You have to fight back in order to survive these type of things. And just to be able to be introduced as Julius Thibodeaux Hassan, for 23 years, they tried to beat me down. And if they had their way, I would have been introduced as inmate H94609. Every single thing I did was H94609. And I had to know that one day I would get my name back. And having the support of of my peers, my Muslim brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. And I wanna own who I am. I wanna own what it took not to give up. When I went before the board and the board of prison terms told me that you'll be serving the rest of your life here, it's a substantial likelihood that you'll be delivered home in a pine box. I never once believed that. I never once believed that in having individuals pour into me. And it was so important. And that's one of the most beautiful things that I get from being a part of this cohort, is how we pour into each other. And I think that we can do a better job than that. And because I believe that for me, I didn't know what it meant to love myself. And so to have someone love me and pour into me when I didn't know what it meant to love myself, it instilled me, it gave me spiritual nourishment when I was spiritually malnourished. I couldn't be whole as a human being because I only knew how to feed the flesh. That was the only thing that I took care of in my life, because that was the only thing that I was taught to take care of. You need to get provisions to feed this flesh. But spiritually, I was malnourished. Mentally, I was deprived and malnourished. Until I too, like my brother Hakeem said, I picked up that book. And no, someone gave me the book. Let me not discredit anyone. A brother named Sneak gave me the book Malcolm X, the autobiography of Malcolm X. And I want to say that because I really think it's important that we acknowledge one another. We acknowledge the people who help us along the way. We acknowledge those who help us with this resiliency and with this drive to fight back. When people are trying to destroy us, when someone tells you that you are no longer who your mama named you, that you are just this number, it can be beyond depressing. It can be beyond emasculating. It can be beyond just the psychological warfare that we want you to give up and we want you to quit. We want you to be walking around here on medication with no dreams. My sister, sister Sabri, she had said Najwa Sabri. She's someone who had took her the bar exam a number of times. I know it was beyond 10 times. And when the sister finally passed and she shared in her celebration, one of the things that I'll never forget that she said, for those of us who've been through so many letdowns, so many failures, so many trials and tribulations, and especially those of us who have served time in prison, do not allow one nightmare to stop you from pursuing your dreams. Do not allow one nightmare to stop you from pursuing your dreams. And for those of us here that are a part of this cohort, I know a lot of people have been to prison. A lot of people have been to prison. And prison has ruined lives, has destroyed families in the same manner that slavery has, because it's just a modern day form of slavery. But we're here still standing, still thriving. We've gone beyond just merely surviving. We've gone beyond being bunched in that group of those who have been formerly incarcerated. And I want you to take note of that. And this is not a call for you to be arrogant. This is not a call for you to stick your nose up in the air. But what I am telling you is that your goals, your drive, your ability to still dream, it has separated you from the average person that has served time. It has. And you have to own it. I've seen Lester put that in the chat. You have to own your greatness. If you don't own your greatness, then yes, those cries and that psychological warfare to tell you that you are nobody, it will have an impact on you. You will fumble and begin to cite your prison number when you're asked to introduce yourself. Being formerly incarcerated will always be a badge of shame instead of a badge of honor. And I want to close up by saying this. Everybody else in society, it's part of their resume. The people that they beat, the situations and circumstances that they've overcome, it's a part of their resume. I beat prison. Muhammad Ali never bowed his head when he said he beat George Foreman, or he came back and beat Joe Frazier. He never bowed his head when he said those things. We all beat prison. We all beat abandonment by so-called friends. We all beat abandonment and scarlet letters by society and so-called family members. Like, these are victories. These are victories that we should put in our resume. A person was just sharing with me, I need a CV. I didn't even know what a CV was. It's like, it's an extended resume, brother. You've done speaking engagements. You've done things that a normal person wouldn't put on their resume. Did y'all catch that? You've done things that a normal person wouldn't put on their resume. Normal people aren't doing the type of things that we're doing. And again, I want everyone here to remain humble. I was just sharing with my sister, Lana, that we all have very humble beginnings. I won't share what those humble beginnings are, but we're all intelligent, so we all know what our very humble beginnings are. And that's one thing that we absolutely have in common, our start. Whatever happens in the middle and how we finish, that's what separates us. Other than that, we all have the same beginnings, the same very, very humble beginnings. I just want to say thank you to everyone here. Congratulations to all the graduates. Remember that, own that. Own your greatness, as the brother said. Remember that you won many battles, and all these battles are things that you want to put in your resume or your CV. And thank you again for having me, and thank you for being a part of this cohort. Congratulations to everyone.